North Mist Studios is a collection of professional video game developers. The following episode is experimental. If you'd like to get back to the main post-mortem, we won't be offended. You can go ahead and skip this one. But if you're up for something a little stranger, we'd be happy to have you along.
It is the year 2035. Spyware, info scraping, and data breaches are so rampant that privacy is more precious than currency. This has given rise to privacy brokers, organizations able to move people, objects, and secrets completely off-grid. The most technologically advanced of these groups is simply called the House. Started in Canada by persons unknown, the House has developed cybernetic implants that have made its agents the most sought-after spies and assassins in the world. One of the House's highest-ranking employees, a concierge, is sent a series of strange case files. As they review the materials, it becomes clear there are things out there no one in their field knows about or is prepared for.
Hello, Concierge. The following items require your attention. Several new messages in your inbox. A code review of the software update for the Queen of Diamonds implant. And the Victoria branch's exterior cameras still require cleaning from the... You have 29 new messages in your inbox. Warning, inbox locked due to message with gold level encryption. It will be unlocked once a receipt of successful decryption protocols has been sent to the House. Unlocking decryption equipment. Please initiate the retinal scan, Concierge. Retinal scan complete. Please initiate the blood sample. Blood sample approved. Your neurological implant will now administer a cortex scan. A reminder, it is imperative that you remain still during the cortex scan. Initiating scan in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Thank you, Concierge. Full inbox access restored. The gold level priority message is from Vancouver's Concierge. Titled The Kinbasket Investigation. It is available for your perusal. One note, Concierge. Several audio files have been attached to this message. Significant data corruption has rendered this audio unplayable. A digital facsimile will be provided. Confirmed. Exiting real time. Sent by Vancouver's Concierge for the consideration of Victoria's Concierge. Sorry about the brain scan, Victoria. That wasn't me. The House itself updated the security clearance on the attached files right after I uploaded them. I heard your people got sent out east. Are you stuck cleaning up Edmonton's mess? Wish I could be smug, but we had a mole of our own in Vancouver last week. Remember that hacking collective named Rubicor? They took a shot at getting into our servers. Someone leaked them security codes, camera access, passwords. The fucking works. Anyway, about these files. They're from a mission up in the mountains. The House informed me these records need to be checked over by 3 other trustworthy concierges, and your name's on the list, so congratulations. The House feels your branch isn't compromised by whoever's hitting the rest of us. As for why the House might want this mission data re-verified in the first place, I'm not allowed to prejudice you before you read the files. But once you're done, do me a favor, Victoria. Call me. I could really use another concierge's opinion on what the hell happened here. After your last implant upgrade, Concierge, the time needed to scan the entire contents of these documents is approximately 0.003 real-time seconds. Proceed. As you wish. Data incoming. Accessing Field Agent Report VAN-Weaver-2035-702. For the consideration of Vancouver's Concierge, this is Weaver, the Jack of Diamonds. Traffic cleared up once I was out of Vancouver, of course. Past Kamloops about an hour ago, coming up on Balmoral. It's windy as hell, but not a cloud in the sky, and there's no snow on the road yet either, so I should be on time. I read that extraordinary circumstances briefing. Good to note that this is a government contract. We do like getting our hands on that sweet taxpayer money. But why is the government so afraid of being caught spying on this guy? I mean, they're so afraid they came to the house. Look, I don't care who the client is, but I feel like we need those little details. On the other hand, you like it when we try to guess what's going on ourselves. Show some initiative, Weaver. So, the great deal of our era is that the Canadian government pretends the house doesn't exist. In exchange, we do nothing that forces them to acknowledge we exist. So, I'm being sent to spy on, electronically surveil someone in a hotel on their behalf. I send what I learned to the house sends it to the government, in exchange for probably way too much money. Simple. Now, if this was about the CIA or MI6 or whoever, that's getting politically thorny, even for the house. The government would probably just use CSIS for that, not us. So my guess is that my target is involved in something more like corporate espionage. And since Revelstoke isn't exactly a hotbed of global commerce, I think whoever asked for help is operating at the provincial level. Which is why it's bullshit the client said we couldn't fly in. Do they think someone from the house would get caught at a regional airport? It's probably just some MLA who doesn't even know who we really are. I don't get why the house bothers. Don't tell me it's the money. We've got better offers on. Wait. Hold on. The cars in front of me are being pulled over. RCMP's waving us down. Sorry about the noise. The wind's really picking up. Excuse me? Hi, sorry. I've got to get to Revelstoke by this afternoon. Is the road blocked or something? Oh. Anyone hurt? Detour down to Vernon? No, sorry. I know the rock slide's not your fault, but I did... Hey, is he okay? Sure. Thanks. You too. Okay, I'm definitely gonna roll into town late now. Apparently there was a big rock slide further up the road a few hours ago. Cops said no one got hurt, which is probably a miracle. But that one Mountie looked... sick. I don't mean like he had a cold, just that there was this look on his face. I don't know. I'll log another report once I'm in town, Concierge. Weaver, Jack of Diamonds, out. Accessing additional attachment by the Vancouver Concierge. I had a hunch. After listening to Weaver's report on the road to Revelstoke, got one of the diamonds to dig into that officer Weaver mentioned, the one that looked distressed on the side of the road. That would be Officer Dale Brodman of the RCMP. Employed with the Highway Patrol for 11 years, stationed out of Kamloops, nothing special in his files. But 2 days before the rock slide, he went up to Kinbasket for some boating. It might be a coincidence, but given what happened there later, might not. Accessing forwarded blank copy of Extraordinary Circumstances, briefings for field agents. Dear field agent name here, the house has a well-earned reputation for creative, data-driven solutions in the fast-paced theater of surveillance. As a highly sought-out agency, the house only works with clients worthy of its world-class talent. This sometimes includes government employees seeking help securing Canadian interests. If their proposals are suitably beneficial, these missions may be given priority at the discretion of the House. If your concierge has assigned you this brief, field agent name here, it is because you are being assigned such a mission. But be aware, normal security protocols are still in effect. You will not be working in cooperation with any federal, provincial, or municipal government agents. Make no contact with them. Expect no support. We are being contracted for both our deniability and our discretion. Accessing Field Agent Report VAN-Weaver-2035-703. For the consideration of the concierge, this is Weaver, Jack of Diamonds. Oh, sorry it's late. Traffic really backed up on the highway after the detour. I made it to Revelstoke. Hotel isn't bad. Cute little gazebo out front. Place is nestled in a bunch of pine trees. On the edge of town. Nice and semi-isolated. Inconspicuous. Probably why our target chose this place. I slipped into the hotel systems. He's checked in under the name Mark Mitchell. While I was in there, I booked the room right next to him. So I'm gonna settle in, grab a bite to eat, and scrape every single bit of electronic equipment this guy has on him from the comfort of my suite. Accessing Field Agent Report VAN-Weaver-2035-704. For the consideration of the concierge, this is Weaver, Jack of Diamonds, and my target will not stop watching CNN. It's 2 a.m, and it's not like I can go over there and knock on his door. Orders were no contact, surveillance at a distance. The main reason I called? This guy, Mitchell, has nothing electronic on him. I mean, nothing. No laptop, no cell phone, no tablet or watch. Aside from his hotel room TV and his coffee maker, there's not a single smart device in his room. He doesn't even have a car for me to track. Mitchell came up on a bus 2 days ago, and then yesterday took a taxi up north to Kinbasket Lake. Probably playing up the tourist angle. Anyhow, I know orders are to grab any data this guy is carrying, but there's nothing to grab. I could go online and scare something up if I had his real name. But so could any diamond back in Vancouver. But our government client's not paying for zilch, are they? I'm going to insert a scope cam into Mitchell's room, see what I can pick up with that. My best bet is where our TV wires connect through the... Oh, finally, maybe Mitchell's going to... Concierge, call you back. Accessing Field Agent Report VAN-Weaver-2035-705. For the consideration of the concierge, Weaver, Jack of Diamonds, reporting in. I've picked up Mitchell on camera. He's pacing back and forth in the hotel parking lot right outside of the main lobby. I won't get a better chance than this to snoop around Mitchell's room. I've mimicked the master key card for the hotel, so gloves on and a light touch. Okay, bed's not slept in, no surprise. Mitchell's suitcase is open. Looks like he packed a change of clothes and deodorant. Not much else. His wastebasket is empty. Oh, no, wait. Mitchell ripped the price tag off of something. DX plus neoprene dry suit. Huh. I guess he's pretending to be out here for some lake diving. Bathroom's empty, and I think that's it. I'm just going to run a chem wand around for anything interesting. Traces of soluble oxidizer salts. I don't like what that's bringing up. I'm going to fix a micro camera up inside the TV mount, then get out of here before... Concierge, I just used my implant to check the hotel's front cameras. Mitchell is still in the parking lot, but he's whipping his head around like he just saw or heard something. Okay, he's going around in a circle now, like he's searching for something, but he's not moving from outside the light. Now he's looking into the tree line around the parking lot and shouting? Jesus, his face is all pinched up. Something's really spooked him. hell? Call you back, concierge. Again.
Accessing Field Agent Report VAN-Weaver-2035-706.
For the consideration of concierge, I think Mitchell's here to blow up a dam. First, he tore out of that hotel parking lot like he was being chased. Once he hit town, he hotwired a car and is now headed north towards a big reservoir called Kinbasket Lake. Second, turns out soluble oxidizer salts are used in emulsion explosives, which are employed for underwater blasting. Third, you know I mentioned Mitchell took a cab to Kinbasket Lake yesterday? I looked at that data again, and he got out near Mica Dam, carrying a big bag with him. He was not carrying that bag when he caught a ride back to the hotel. And fourth, the guy brought gear specifically for cold water diving. Conclusion, I'm pretty sure Mitchell went out there yesterday with a bunch of explosives and a scuba suit hidden in a duffel bag that he left near the lake, so that he could sneak back tonight and blow a hole in the dam. Why? No clue. Maybe the government knows. I'd love to hear it. Revelstoke's RCMP got a complaint about a hot-wired car 5 minutes ago, but the dam's 2 hours up the mountain, and I've got a head start. I know, this isn't my mission. I shouldn't be doing this. I'm just supposed to watch, but Christ, there's a whole town downstream from that dam. Radio reception's terrible. At least there's less ads out here. I've been reviewing Mitchell's first trip out to Mica Dam. There's a lot of buildings and stations with cameras. Combined with a few tourist drones, there's plenty of footage. I found where he tossed that bag into the bush. Mitchell was out there snapping pictures with an old camera. Just another visitor. Very casual. After that, Mitchell took a canoe out on Kinbasket Lake. I guess he was scoping out the water level, seeing what the diving conditions were like. He went out of camera range for a few hours after that. Next time, I was able to pick up Mitchell. It was at sunset. There was footage of him on this rocky beach near the dam, and he was just kneeling. All hunched over, facing away from the water, and he stayed like that for a whole hour. After he finally got up, Mitchell seemed nervous. He looked around a lot, jumped at something, had trouble getting back up the slope. Then a cab picked him up, must have been a prearranged time, and took him back to the hotel. I have no clue what happened to make him like that. I mean, there's nothing out on the lake. I didn't even see any other boaters or hikers. Maybe he got out on a shore somewhere and stumbled into a bear or a mountain lion, but that makes no sense. And why was he crying? I just don't... Jesus! Dear, I'm fine. I think it was a deer. I'm okay. It was on the road, but I avoided it. I'm okay. Pretty damn big for a deer. Weaver, out.
Accessing Field Agent Report VAN-Weaver-2035-707.
I did it. I stopped him. For the consideration of the concierge, I just stopped a hostile target from blowing up an entire dam. Oh my god, I did it. I stopped that crazy son of a bitch. For the record, Weaver, Jack of Diamonds, I caught Mitchell down by the water. He freaked the hell out when he saw me, started ranting, yelling that he was a US citizen, this wasn't right, nothing here made sense. It was fucking crazy. Anyway, that guy can yell and he can punch, but he couldn't outrun me in scuba gear, so I shoved him into the lake, grabbed his bag of explosives, and ran. And then I tossed them over the side of the dam. Without a charge, they won't go off. Mitchell shouted that I didn't know anything, then took off in a boat. He said I should follow him, that it wasn't safe. RCMP should be here soon, so I'm gonna get out of here before... Shit, I think I hear someone. Night security? I don't see anyone. Let me check the cameras with my implant. But it's all flat concrete up here. Where's that coming from? Sounds like it's over...
The rest of this file is inaccessible due to data corruption. Accessing Field Agent Report VAN-Weaver-2035-725.
Concierge, I'm out on the lake. Mitchell's stupid raving must have gotten to me. Okay. I didn't want to get caught by anything on the dam, so I ran and grabbed a boat on the shore, and now I'm out here because Have I already... When did... Oh God, please, not the implant. Please don't let this be my brain implant conking out on me. Okay. I've lost track of Mitchell, but the RCMP have finally shown up. I can see their lights on the shore by the dam. I can't stay out here, though, or they'll spot me on the water. I guess I should be grateful the lake's so smooth. A clerk at the hotel was telling me that the wind can form whitecaps out here out of nowhere. There's a little island here. Good cover. Wasn't on the map. And that's that's Mitchell's boat over there on the other side of the island. All his scuba gear too, and oh shit, I see him, I think. Looks like he's up on a ridge, not moving. Mitchell! We both know it's over, man! You don't look too good! If you come down, I can get you to a hospital. There's no point dying out here. Concierge, I'm going to dock at this island, and as per mission protocol, confirm whether or not the target is alive. A spade. Shot this guy twice by now. Fuck. That lady from the hotel was right. The second the wind picks up, this lake gets choppy. Concierge, looks like our mission target's dead. I don't see any mark on him, but Mitchell sure wasn't acting calm. Maybe this was an overdose of some kind, or a medical condition. Well, let the record show. I tried. Christ. Not sure what I should do with the body. Leave it? Have the clubs arrange a cleanup? I can't get rid of it with the RCMP so close. This wind is getting nasty. But I'm heading to the boat and taking my chances. Out on the lake. What the hell? Jesus! Oh my god! Oh my god!
The rest of this file is inaccessible due to data corruption. Field Agent Report VAN-Weaver-2035-726 unavailable due to data corruption. Field Agent Report VAN-Weaver-2035-727 unavailable due to data corruption. Field Agent Report VAN-Weaver-2035-728 unavailable due to data corruption. Accessing Field Agent Report VAN-Weaver-2035-729.
I don't care what the client wanted. I'm taking the first fucking plane out of Kamloops. I saw it down in the lake from the boat. It wasn't for the dam. He was trying to. Does the house know? Does anyone know that? You have to take this out of my head. Concierge, I need you to clear everything. Do you hear me, Ross? I need you to.
The rest of this file is inaccessible due to data corruption. Accessing after-action report summary from the Vancouver Concierge.
Our target, Mark Mitchell, was in plainest terms a corporate spy and saboteur. He was last employed by an American power company that's been lobbying U.S. senators to renegotiate the Columbia River Treaty. You'll find details on the treaty attached. The executive summary is that the Mica Dam generates electricity used by both Canadian and American citizens. Mitchell's orders were to damage the dam wall. If he was able to make it look accidental, Canada would seem to have neglected crucial upkeep that wiped out an entire town. If an investigation revealed that it was sabotage, it would throw doubt on Canada's ability to prevent a terrorist attack on our soil. Either way, lobbyists would be encouraged to sound the alarm, giving American senators leverage to renegotiate the treaty in favor of the U.S. government. I would now like to underline 2 salient points about the events at Kinbasket. First, I strongly request that the House scrutinize future assignments involving government agencies. If whoever contacted us within the BC Legislative Assembly had shared more information with us, we would have had a full team accompanying Agent Weaver and might have detected a potential international incident before it began. Second, despite the unfortunate amount of corrupted data in Weaver's report, it is clear that at some point Mark Mitchell suffered from some kind of breakdown. The nature of his breakdown remains unclear. What is clear is that Mitchell's erratic behavior couldn't have been anticipated by my Jack of Diamonds, even if we had been provided with all the pertinent details. As such, I am requesting a fully paid, compassionate leave of 10 months for Agent Weaver. Frankly, anything less, and she might decide to retire. Humanitarian reasons aside, my branch can't afford to lose a Jack of Diamonds with such an exemplary record, especially given our compromised security situation. Thus ends my recommendations to the House.
Accessing after-action report, additional attachment by the Vancouver Concierge.
RCMP records note Mark Mitchell's body was found washed up on the shore of Kinbasket Lake the day after the incident at Mica Dam. They initially listed his cause of death as unknown, then changed it to heart failure. I don't buy it. There's also no sign of that island Weaver saw, which should be impossible. Maybe the implant's geomapping was off, part of whatever corrupted the recordings. And what happened to those missing files? There were 17 of them, for Christ's sake. I can't even find the date on Weaver's implant. It makes no goddamn sense.
Accessing post-mission analysis of the Jack of Diamonds implant performed by the Vancouver Queen of Hearts and the Vancouver Concierge. Tests performed on the Jack of Diamonds, codename Weaver, are as follows. Full blood work, cranial MRI with contrast injection, neurovascular assessment, implant hardware scan and reset, neural path examination, and examination of tissue around the implant sites. Conclusion: no hardware damage, software malfunction, tissue inflammation, or other physical or digital issues were detected. The Jack of Diamonds implant is fully functional and working at optimal capacity. While the Jack of Diamonds has reported issues with insomnia, nightmares, and possible hallucinations, no formal diagnosis of sleep disorders due to work-related stress has been made at this time. Accessing leave of absence form. Field Agent Weaver, Jack of Diamonds, has been permitted 2 months' leave with half pay, starting upon her discharge from the Vancouver Branch Infirmary. There are no unread files left in this message. Reminder, even as concierge of the Victoria Branch, any information you pass on regarding files with this security level will be flagged for review by the House. Would you like to peruse any of the files again, or exit the scan? Returning to real time. Sending your information request. Clearance granted. Note, this memo is marked for the eyes of the concierge only. It is not to be discussed, shared, or shown to agents, branch employees, or any other parties unless circumstances demand disclosure as a method of enforcement. Memo as follows. No employee is to approach within 100 kilometers of Kinbasket Lake without express approval of the House. Violations of this order, regardless of circumstances, will result in immediate, permanent termination. Contacting the Vancouver branch of the House. Initiating a direct call to Vancouver's concierge.
The experimental episode Kinbasket was written and introduced by Sylvia Fekitakuti, performed by Sarah Hayward, sound design and music by Andrew Sutherland, and music by Chris Scott. Strange and exploratory content like this is only made possible by the generous support of our exalted Patreon community. For behind-the-scenes looks at scripts, cast and crew conversations, and to get priority input on our projects, head on over to patreon.com/northmiststudios and join the ranks of Emu and Tiffany Lowe, along with Kaylee Cooper, Stacey Savello, Nadia C., Gangxi S., Fort Angel, Fainier, Annie, Vita W., Ung, Simone B., Emily, Ferrore, Gil Dirthelin, Kiwipon, Tyler Boyce, Mel, M., and Yoss Hendricks. Thank you for listening, Concierge. Transmission ends.